All right, so here we're going to be looking at solving a quadratic equation using something called quadratic formula. I'm just going to show you what we're working towards. Like this is actually going to be the example we're looking at. We're going to see where it crosses on the x-axis. These are going to be our two answers. Like so, when we finish this problem, we should get 0.5 and 2. So we're really figuring out they're called your roots or the x-intercepts of your equation. So when you're doing your assignment, you're going to click a link. It's going to bring you to this easel kind of website. Basically, it's just like a document that you're going to type your answers in. So this is the question we're looking at. The first thing we're going to do is find our A, B, and C. So our A is going to be 2. It's the number in front of our x squared. Our B is the number in front of our x, or the coefficient. So I'll be just careful with your sign. That's going to be a -5. And your C is your constant, or kind of the number without a variable at the end. That's going to be 2. And you're going to notice this is really, I know this looks maybe a little crazy. This is quadratic formula. It's -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2 times a. So like it looks kind of crazy, but one nice thing about this assignment is a lot of these boxes are going to be color coded. Like these blue boxes, we're going to type the same answer we got for our b. For this red boxes, I'm going to type in my a, which was 2. And for this like pink or purple box, I'm going to put my c, which is also 2. But just keep in mind, these won't always be the same here. Depends what your a and your c are. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean up this formula. Basically, I'm going to figure out what this -b part, that's this part of the equation, equals. B squared minus 4ac is this part underneath the square root. I'm going to figure out what that part equals. And 2 times a is this bottom part here. What is this going to equal? So to help you with this, I put a link on Google Classroom to a Desmos calculator. Sorry, I'm going to do this blank one. So I have these section off. If you want to find -b or b squared minus 4ac or 2a, you're just going to type in your information. So you might want to like write this down or take a picture, but you're just going to type in your values for a, b, and c. So like -b, our b is going to be -5. So that would just be 5. Sorry. So it's doing that. B squared minus 4ac, our b was -5. So I'm going to put that in the first parentheses. My a was 2, and my c was 2. So this whole thing equals 9. So that'll be this like yellowish orange box. 2 times a is just going to be 2 times our a value, which was 2. So that's going to be 4. Once you figured out these 3 boxes, we're going to put it back into this formula. So this first part before the plus or minus is 5. The part underneath our square root is 9. And the part on the bottom is 4. We basically just kind of simplified what we got in this step here. So you might want to write this down, or you can go back and forth, but you're going to see there's more slides or more than one page to do. So you're going to click this arrow, go to the next page. I don't know how good your memory is, but the purple and the green box was 5 and 4. But we're going to, notice this isn't a yellow box. We want to figure out what this square root part equals. So you're going to figure out what the square root of 9 equals. The square root of 9, I mean, put it into a calculator or just Google even square root of 9, it'll pop right up, is 3. So we're going to figure out, we're going to get rid of that square root by just figuring out what the square root of the number equals. So notice from here, to get our final answers, once we've got to here, we're going to split it up into 2 equations. I'm going to do one of these equations with a plus, one of these with a minus. So notice these are the same colors. So I'm going to basically copy what I had above, but we're going to simplify these fractions. So the first thing we want to do is just figure out the top. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 minus 3 is 2. The bottom is just going to stay the same. So both of those will be 4. Then we just want to divide these. Like 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 divided by 4 is 0.5, or if you prefer a fraction, would be 1/2. But if you recall, this is what we were finding on a graph. This is how you can use quadratic formula to solve or figure out what your x-intercepts are. So you'll have a couple questions to try on your own. If you're in class, we'll be working on these kind of together. If you're not going to be in this week because of the wonky schedule, maybe shoot me an email if you're having any trouble. But like I said, the assignment, it's just a link on Google Classroom. You'll log in. It'll look very similar to this. You'll have 2 questions where you're going to kind of go through these same steps. So this is kind of the start of Quadratic formula, but we'll be working on this next week as well.